Good evening, good evening, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is your Realtor Hugo, licensed in Maryland with Long and Foster, North Potomac, Rockville, with Ain't Another Live. Today, we're talking about Master the Market, smart pricing strategies for a swift home sale. So, I hope that you will join me as we dive into the real estate market in this area and some strategies that can benefit you and those around you to take advantage of this market that we have going on right now. Like I said, am your realtor Hugo, licensed in Maryland, and am here to help. I can actually help you buy, sell, lease, and invest in Maryland and all over the world in real estate. Just feel free and reach out. Someone made the comment to me today. I didn't know that you actually sold real estate. I thought that you just taught it online. No, I sell it for I sell real estate. Don't worry. I really do appreciate all the referrals that you all have been sending. I really appreciate the views on our pages, on my personal page, on my Instagram, and all the other works that we got going on and projects that we got going on. Really a shout out to Long and Foster for such a great new campaign. It's the one. I really do think it is the one brokerage that has all the answers that any client in this market could need. So, really excited to keep developing that motto and seeing where it goes for the company. But like I mentioned earlier, Master the Market is the name of the game today, and we're going to be talking about how to employ these strategies so that you can sell your home quickly in this market. Because even though there is a shortage of properties on the market, we don't want your property to be mispriced. Why? Because if it's mispriced, you will sit on the market. And more than anything, that is the last thing we want to do. Why? Because people start to get ideas about the quality of the home. They either think that the home is hiding something, the owners might be not disclosing everything, the price might be really off, or something might be out of whack with the property. Really, once a property starts to stay on the market more than 30 days in a seller's market, it starts to bring up some questions of what really is going on here. Also, when you have a property that has gone on and off of a contract and under contract and off of contract multiple times, that can also be a red flag. So we don't want to put you in those situations where you have to sit there and explain in the market. Now, I understand there are things that happen, there are contracts that fall through, and especially in this season, we're seeing tons of contracts fall through. But if we price your property correctly, we'll be able to get the biggest pool of eyes on your property. And from there, get the most offers possible, and you can select the best one. If we select correctly, we can take that contract all the way to closing and get you the maximum amount of money for your property for the least amount of time. And that's what it's about. That's my duty to you, is to try to execute on that promise. Number one, introduction to home pricing. Getting the price right from start isn't just about attracting buyers. It's about capturing their attention while maximizing your return. Remember, the top time to see a new listing is the first 8 days. Remember, the right price sets the stage for a successful sale. It always has and it always will. Number two, understanding the market. A comparative market analysis, or CMA, or the newfangled competitive market analysis, as you'll start to hear in the next few months, is like your home selling playbook. It shows you what similar homes have sold for recently, helping us set a competitive price that's based on the real market data, not just guesswork. And that is the last thing that we want to do, is use guesswork to value your property. Appraisers that are the checks and balances, so to speak, in our industry, they do not use guesswork to figure out their pricing. They very much use the comparative properties around a property that have sold in probably less than a mile, probably in less than 6 months, and for what prices they've sold. And that's what they use. Unless an agent can really make a case for why the property went so much above list. I had a situation, I would say almost a year ago now, where we had a property that was several $1,000s above the neighborhood. And after I made a case with the appraiser of the bidding war that we had, the cash offers that we had, and finally the financed offer that we had that was just so much above and was completely financed with, an appraisal gap and all these great things, these details about the how the whole listing had played out. The appraiser took that information and compiled a very favorable report in our favor. So things like that can make or break a sale. And sometimes some people know that, and sometimes some people don't. I'm very surprised when I meet an appraiser at a property and they are very shocked to see an agent there. They say, "Oh, the agents usually don't come." And I'm always surprised because it's like I think that's one of those moments that we count for the most. But I digress. Number three, setting the right price. Setting your home's price involves balancing market trends with its unique features. We aim for a price that's high enough to reflect your home's value, but reasonable enough to attract a flurry of interested buyers. We want to be one of those hot markets on Zillow. And more than anything else, you want to be on as many sites as possible. So I understand your personal feelings about social media and a lot of these promotional sites that might be out there. But when it comes to listing your home, put it aside and just list it on as many platforms as possible, because the amount of time that it will spend on those platforms, if it's priced correctly, will be minimal compared to the amount of time that it could take without it nowadays. The amount of impact that social media and digital forums have had on the real estate market. Oof, wow, I can make a whole week's worth of classes about that. But suffice it to say that if you don't have a marketing strategy that employs social media or digital media in your listing, then it's going to be a lot more difficult to sell your property. It may not sell as fast as other properties. Not to say that in a hot market it's not going to sell. And believe me, I always get the one for sale by owner that comes out like, "Well, I sold my home in 3 days and I posted it with the." The point is, if you want to do things in an organized fashion with a tried and true method that gives proven results, this is the best way to do it. Number four, psychological pricing strategies. Did you know pricing your home just under a threshold, like at 299,000 instead of 300,000, can significantly impact your buyer interest? It's a strategy that taps into buyer psychology and broadens your home's appeal. It's goes all the way down to $1.99. And there's something about that 99 cents marker that just makes the difference of, well, it's not a dollar. And it's amazing how much the psychology of a listing can influence how much a listing sells for. It there's a story to every property. And what is the narrative that that property has to tell? That really is the most amazing thing that I see sometimes. Number five, the role of online home valuation tools. Tools like Zillow's Zestimate provide a quick snapshot of your home's potential value, but they aren't always spot on. They are a good starting point, but our pricing strategy will be tailored by detailed market analysis and professional insight. I have a bunch of tools I can use for you. Oh man, just the realtor resources that we have with RPR are so powerful. And that tool in itself can help us get such a good grasp of what's happening in any market. It truly has been a game changer. It's one of my favorite apps, and it's saved for realtors. That's why, we pay these fees for, but it is truly an app that has helped me to make some of my best decisions when it comes to pricing. Also, when it comes to seeing when a property is overpriced, Zillow's Zestimate tends to overcook properties, so to speak, and it can tend to inflate their value. Not to say that in a certain market they won't have value, but Zillow themselves has admitted that they have shuttered their iBuying branch of real estate because they actually went in on properties that were overpriced and couldn't return a profit on them. So if they themselves are losing on homes that they purchased for their own flipping business, we can only imagine what they might have, really cost people that were really set on some of these prices. Because the truth and the dark side of pricing a property poorly is that if you price a property too high, chances are that you will get 15% below what the average for that area is, just because of a property staying on the market longer. It looks more stale. People still have to make mortgage payments. The house is just empty. People try to get on with their lives and they tend to take lower offers if a property is on the market longer. Just because, if it doesn't really hit the first 8 days, it needs to be repositioned, especially in the seller's market. Number 6. I shot the gun. I overshot the gun real quick. Impact of overpricing. Overpricing can make your home sit on the market too long, making it seem less desirable. A correctly priced home is more likely to sell quickly and can often encourage multiple offers that can drive the price up. And that's what we want. We want the most eyes on your property. And if people want to bid on it, let them bid on it. That's why we give everyone the ability to offer their highest and best. And that's what we do. We pick from that pile and work with those agents and get it done. Number 7, adjusting your price. If we see signs like limited showing requests or no offers after a few weeks, it might be time to adjust our strategy. Price adjustments are a normal part of the selling process, ensuring we remain competitive in the market. Don't be one of these sellers that yanks the property off of the market if you don't get your price. Reposition, work with your realtor, listen to them, try your price out in the beginning. If you try it and it doesn't work out, I hate to tell you, the only thing that you'll be able to do is just reposition. Now, what you to do and how much you choose to reposition, that's really going to be up to you and to your realtor. I would suggest that you work with your realtor and let them gauge how deep that repositioning should be. But I highly think that you should consider repositioning if you're not getting showings and you're not getting contracts offered to you within the first 2 weeks. Yeah, I understand the first 8 days might be very important, but if you're not seeing any traction in the first 2 weeks, there's a significant problem. Number 8, communication with your realtor. As your realtor, I'm here to guide you through the pricing process. Let's maintain open communication about our strategy and market reactions, ensuring we can pivot when needed to get your home sold. I discuss this all with you in thorough detail just so that you know where we're going to be, how it's going to go, where we're going to make a pivot if we need to, at what point, and we're going to have everything out on the table so you know where I'm coming from. You can see the metrics that I can provide to you because I can give you analytics on the websites, the socials, everything that has been viewing these properties. And you can decide, all right, this is what we decided. We were going to pivot. If it didn't work this way, we were going to do this. If this happened, we were going to do that. And we talk about these different courses of action. At least I do with my clients. I talk to them about best case scenario, worst case scenario, and average case scenario. So really, we go through a lot. So my listing presentation isn't too long, but it is quite thorough because more than anything, communication is key. Number 9, marketing your priced home. The right price can make your marketing efforts shine. From stunning photos to a virtual tour or marketing Our marketing tactics are designed to highlight your home's best features and attract serious buyers. It is about getting the contract. It's about making the transaction happen. And if you can get the most eyes on your property and it's a great price, you will get offers. It is rare the situation that something doesn't happen, but really you have to put your best foot forward. So, good pictures, virtual tours, good film, these are all things that you want to do to make sure that your property is shining. Number 10, last one for tonight, monitor and adjust. Even after we list, the work isn't over. It's truly never over. We'll keep a close eye on how buyers are responding and be ready to tweak our strategy. Staying agile in our approach means we can respond effectively to market demands. We can also pivot. We can also change our approach. We can take it off the market. We can improve something inside the property. We can do so many things when we're aware of where our traffic is coming from, where it's going, and what we want to accomplish. So, making sure that you have a vision in your mind of where you want to go and how you want to execute upon it is first and foremost. And after that, you can work your way backwards and make it happen. If you're just joining us, today we're talking about mastering the market, smart pricing strategies for a swift home sale, and how to price your property so that it's at a competitive price and you're not sitting on the market stale. Number one was introduction to home pricing, was just talking a little bit about what goes into home pricing. Number two, understanding the market, looking at CMAs, the comparative market analyses that are provided with your realtor. And number three, setting the right price, establishing a balanced price for the market trends in your area. Number four, the psychological pricing strategies, understanding the difference between the 99 principle, the difference between $1.99 versus $2, and what that does to the buyer's mind. Number five, the role of online home valuation tools. Tools like Zillow, Zestimate provide a quick snapshot of your home's potential value, but just make sure to use them sparingly because they might not be all that accurate. Number six, impact of overpricing. It is the death kiss of a listing. So don't overprice your home thinking that people are going to haggle you down. It's not the way that we want it to happen. Number seven, adjusting your price. If we see signs like limited showings, requests, or no offers after a few weeks, we need to reposition. So don't be stubborn in your repositioning. Number eight, communication with your realtor. Make sure you're having good check ins with your realtor and good communication. And if you're not, adjust. Number nine, marketing your priced home. Make sure that you are marketing the property through all the potential venues that you can and that you're having good photos and video taken of the property that you're proud of. Number 10, and the last one, was monitor and adjust. Don't let the property just go out there and just sit on the market and hope for something to happen. Keep monitoring the situation, check in on how the marketing is going, see what the feedback is, and listen. Don't be stubborn. Listen to what the audience is telling you. Listen to what the buyers are telling you. And if you can, adjust. If you can't, then just wait and reposition. So, again, as always, ladies and gentlemen, it is a pleasure to speak with all of you and to have you all join me for another live that we do here every day. So, I will catch you all tomorrow for another episode. Tomorrow, it's going to be staging your home, why it matters, and we'll be talking a little bit about that. Okay, so take care. Have a great night. I will see you all tomorrow, and thank you again. It's Hugo for Long and Foster with North Potomac Rockville. Phone number 240-389-4846. Email hugo@lnf.com. And website yourrealtorhugo.com. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Really do appreciate you all. Have a great night, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care.